行くぞ野郎ども。
イワンコフにテンションホルモンを注入され再び立ち上がったルフィ。
またエースを処刑する気だあいつら。
エースを救出するため処刑台へとかける。
はむ跳躍系が跳躍は跳躍攻撃を打った危険は系が跳躍は
やられないそれよっとれはっひょっ
重大なダメージ超ロックダメージ効果は跳躍ロック警告はい
チャラいわせいロッ
決定攻撃を受けているロックは警告高威力の武器を使うは攻撃バック攻撃危険グーダメージ攻撃ソンク強力超ロック回避跳躍重大な攻撃を受けダメージ危険ロックはダメージ攻撃を受けている危険ダメージ攻撃攻撃危険危険なんとダメージ攻撃を受けている危険フル稼働だ跳躍攻撃跳躍警告攻撃を受けている攻撃を受けているダメージ強力危険攻撃を受けた危険攻撃を受けているダメージ攻撃かダメージ危険ダメージ
麦わらボーイ無事でいる
攻撃を受けている 危険ソング強力警告の攻撃完全に負
ずるいわ。どれ。
食らえ。
重大なダメージなん警告砲丸跳躍ロックロックさらに攻撃を続け抵抗回避重大なダメージ回避跳躍ロック攻撃抵抗危険重大なダメージ警戒フル稼働だ攻撃を受けている危険
ならどうだ。
はこうだか強力抵抗ロックさらに攻撃を続ける警告ロック
麦わらボーイ無事でいる。
攻撃を受けているダメージ回避効果警告攻撃危険攻撃を受けているロック
麦わらボーイ無事でいる。
危険
せいや
跳躍攻撃
麦わらボーイ無事でいる。
ダメージ
麦わらボーイ
任せろ。ピストル。
なんと
麦わらボーイ無事でいる。
攻撃を受けている
岩ちゃん任せろ。
ダメージ
バズーカ。
は
やられな。どれ。
はいロック跳躍危険回避重大なダメージがやられている
間に合った。
攻撃を受けている
このならどうだ。
各部に激しい損傷強力な攻撃ダメージ
ピストル。
麦わらボーイ無事でいる。
攻撃を受けている
岩ちゃん任せろ。
危険
バズー
回
カ。
攻撃
麦わらボーイ無事でいる。
ダメージ重大なダメージダメージ 70% オー
岩ちゃん任せろ。
バー跳躍強力な攻撃
ピストル。行くぞ。
はロック跳躍攻撃を受けて味方がやられている
間に合った。
危険
バズーカ。
撃を受けているが戦闘不能タワー軍に解放を要請
麦わらボーイ無事でいる。
ダメージ失敗
This place looks a lot like that room we saw back in the Forbidden Zone.
Huh? What's that?
It's one of those!
A red woman in disguise. Or is this their true form?
So it was a trap?
It doesn't look like it can move. Tell me, are you the one who brought us here?
That is correct. It is unusual for me to have unexpected guests these days.
It can talk! What are you?
Hevrect 35.
Hevrect 35. Is that your name?
Correct.
What is this place? No, wait, before that, just what exactly are you? Are you somehow associated with the Red Women?
Before I answer, I have a question for you. How did you all arrive in this sector?
We did not come to this place by choice. Our ship was brought here against our will, by a group of red women who can shift into the same form as you.
In that case, we can assume my brethren who serve the Great Spirit have deemed you all to be a threat most grave.
What do you mean, serve? Are you saying there really is someone more powerful than the Red Women, pulling their strings?
What did you do to us?
I examined your bodies. You have not been harmed in any way. Identifiers detected. The Sovereign and Maiden are among you. However, you aren't under its control. I see why they viewed you as a danger now.
Oh goody, more riddles.
Do you think we can trust this thing?
Like it or not, it may be our best chance at a ticket out of here. Let's at least hear it out.
I shall now answer your questions. We are Helganquil. The Red Women you encountered previously are a form of disguise we employ from time to time, but not our true form.
Helganquil?
You are on Dake Phasol, a celestial base which drifted here by accident. The will of Rena's Great Spirit no longer reaches us here. Since my sudden separation from the Great Spirit's influence, I have used any and all means to extend my lifespan. As I have done so, I have also set out to monitor and research Rena and Dana from this position.
A question. What is this Great Spirit of which you speak? Is it something that rules over your kind?
Correct. The Great Astral Spirit is a large mass of astral energy that fills all of Rena, one with its own will, a voice we cannot refuse.
A voice? Just like Dana.
The voice of the Great Spirit speaks to our hearts directly, and we have served it without question throughout the ages.
Does that mean it was controlling your minds? Wait a second. Could this Great Spirit be the true Sovereign of Rena?
The true ruler of Rena. It could be the same thing that's controlling Volron.
Wait, back up. You're telling us this Great Spirit of yours is the one that ordered you things to harvest the astral energy from Dana? I'm not sure I believe that.
Why not? We've already made contact with the will of Dana back in the Wedge, and in the Forbidden Zone on Lenegus. If Dana has a will of its own, I don't see why Rena wouldn't.
Maybe not, but think about what you're saying. If Dana has a will like Rena, then that would mean that we've been controlled by the voice of Dana this whole time, just like these things.
Dana's will hasn't been forcing us to do anything.
Yeah, but...
Let's assume that what Hevrek 35 claims is true, and that we are indeed cut off from both planets. Even if we had previously been under the control of Dana's will, we would have noticed now that we are disconnected.
Your fear is not based in logic. The voice of Dana is much smaller and quieter compared to that of Rena's Great Spirit. Rena's astral energy is amassed at its center, whereas Dana's is shared among all its constituents. So thinly is that energy spread that it cannot coalesce and formulate a will. Our findings here indicate as much.
Which explains why we felt its will where we did. The Wedge and Lenegus are where so much of that energy had been accumulated.
The Great Spirit's desire is to consume all astral energy, and the pursuit of that desire is why you see Rena in its current state. As a result, it has turned its attention toward Dana.
Is that why the crown contest is necessary? So that the Great Spirit can feed off of Dana?
Indeed, and it was to that end that we Helganquil devised the crown contest. Had the initial spirit channeling from 300 years ago succeeded, all of Dana's astral energy would have been seized.
But the ceremony failed. Lenegus was severely damaged, and you lost both the Sovereign and the Renasolma.
Correct. A change in plan was required to ensure the spirit channeling's success. However, recreating the Renis Alma required a vast amount of energy. That is why we turned to Dana.
So that was the real purpose behind the crown contest. An efficient means to harvest the necessary energy from Dana.
This is all happening because of me.
Nevertheless, you still haven't answered one of Alphen's original questions. Just why have you brought us here to your base, Hevrecht 35?
First, it was to confirm the identities of you, my unexpected visitors. Second, it was to ascertain whether you would be likely to accept my request.
A request? But what could someone like you want us to...
I wish for you all to slay the Great Spirit.
I'm sorry, did you just ask us to kill your master?
I did. It is in your best interest that you do so, I might add.
What makes you say that?
Lenegis has entered the final stage of the spirit channeling plan. As we speak, Dana's energy is being harvested en masse and transmitted to Rena. If nothing is done about the Great Spirit, it will not be long before all is lost.
You're saying the destruction we saw earlier is just the beginning? That...
We won't let that happen.
Why do you want us to kill the Great Spirit so badly? Is it to save our world? To free you, Helganquil, from under its control? Why?
No. My primary concern is validating our findings and analysis, which have taken many years to realize. As such, it is my desire to see how your actions impact and change these systems. However, I will not deny that vengeance also plays a part.
Vengeance? For what?
In spite of our long service to the Great Spirit, our species is on the brink of extinction.
You mean... you're dying?
At this stage, it would be wise for you to talk with the others. Ask them what you need to know. Once you have your answer, return to me. If you agree to help, I shall fix your ship.
Others? Just how many of you are there?
I am the only Helganquil who inhabits Dake Phasol.
Hey! Hey!
It's no use. I think it's done talking to us. Let's take a look around.
You can't seriously be buying anything that creature told us, right?
To be honest, the conversation went on for so long, I'm not sure I understood all of it. How about you, Dohalim? Were you able to follow it at all?
At the very least, everything it said about the Renan Great Spirit adds up. At the end of the day, this whole chain of events comes back to astral energy. That being said, had we not previously encountered the will of Dana, I suspect I would find its story much more difficult to believe.
The spirit of Rena wants to see Dana completely destroyed.
But why? Astral energy is supposed to be a force that creates and shapes the world.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if we're up against an entire world or what its game is. We're not going to let it destroy.
Right.
There is one other thing that concerns me. How the Great Spirit, the Helganquil, and the Crown Contest are all part of a centuries-long plan is clear enough. But what about the Renans? How do they factor into all this?
Now that you mention it, and all that talk, Hevrecht 35 never even brought up the Renans once. And as for the Helganquil, we never did find out just what they are either.
Maybe it had a reason for keeping its silence. Or perhaps there's even more going on. Maybe the others will shed more light on the matter. Let's find out. Who are they?
What is it?
Oh, my apologies. It's just been so long since I've seen any humans from the outside world.
Are you a Renan?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. The Overseer told us to answer any questions you might have. Whatever you want to know, we'll tell you as much as we can.
What a weird guy.
He must have meant Hevrecht 35 when he mentioned that Overseer.
And what was that about subjects? You don't think he meant Dana and Rena, do you?
There isn't anyone else we can talk to. I guess we should ask around here.
Have you guys lived up here in Deg Fazel with Hevrecht 35 for a long time?
Yes. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head just how long it's been, though. We regularly go into stasis, so our sense of time has gotten rather out of whack over the years.
Why are you all even here in the first place?
Originally, this station was where we worked to perform maintenance on Lenegis from the outside.
We heard that the facility ended up in its current location due to an accident.
Oh, it was terrible. Apparently there was some kind of accident, and when help never arrived, they presumed the entire facility had been destroyed.
And you've been working for Hevrecht 35 ever since? What do you mean?
The Helganquil have the technology to cloak themselves around us Renans. As long as they don't do anything obvious, a Renan won't see one, even if it's right in front of them.
Which would explain why Shion and I failed to notice the Red Women previously. Do they employ an astral art of some sort?
I haven't been able to scientifically confirm it for myself, but from what I understand, the type of cloaking they use is primarily achieved through mechanical means. In addition, they also used hypnosis devices and information control to get us to do what they wanted without being detected. It's a pretty sophisticated operation, especially since it avoids any unnecessary conflict. I have to imagine that's how Lenegis is still run.
But aren't the Helganquil themselves controlled by the Great Spirit? If so, why aren't Renans affected by it in the same way?
The Great Spirit's mind control only works on Helganquil, so they had to employ other means to manipulate us Renans.
You act like this didn't affect you personally. If I was you, I'd be mad as hell at their deceptions.
I mean, sure, I was surprised when I first found out about it, but it happened so long ago.
Hevrecht 35 has clearly ceased concealing itself, though. Why is that?
Who can say? My guess is it just got bored, or maybe even a little lonely.
Don't you want to go back home to Rena or Lenegis? Our ship is going to be fixed pretty soon. You could ride with us.
No way. If we went back after knowing the truth, they'd either just brainwash us or purge us outright. After all this time, there's nothing to be gained from going back. We've all agreed it'd be best to simply stay here and watch everything unfold instead. Things are going just fine with the Overseer. Not that it'll be around much longer. It can't extend its life any further. That said, I'm sure it's pleased to see the final stage of the plan before it passes on, though.
Thank you for answering our questions. Can we talk to you for a few minutes?
Sure. It's going to be a while before the two planets undergo their next shift, so I can talk until then.
Please, tell us what you know about the Helganquil.
You mean the Overseer's species? I can't say I know much about them.
Well, for starters, where'd they come from?
Where else? From Rena, obviously.
From Rena? Wait, are you telling us those things live right alongside the Renans down there?
Of course not. There's really no such thing as Renans in the first place.
Excuse me?
Oh, I thought the Overseer explained everything.
Please, tell us more.
Well, in a nutshell, the Renans were originally created from Danans by the Helganquil.
But if that's true, then that would mean there aren't any people on Rena. But what need could they possibly have to create a whole new race of people?
It was a way to bolster their dwindling workforce. I trust you're aware that the Helganquil are on the verge of extinction, yes? In essence, we were created to carry on their work for the Great Spirit after they all die. They gathered Danans who had an affinity for astral arts and proceeded from there. That's why we, as their descendants, can all cast arts, albeit to varying degrees.
Let me get this straight. Are you saying Renans were originally created from Danans that the Helganquil kidnapped?
Wait, that explains why almost nobody can use Astro Arts on Dana now.
Helganquil technology is truly amazing. The way they alter their bodies is far less invasive than your conventional surgeries. They have these tiny machines that are practically invisible, which they insert into their bodies and—
Enough! You needn't tell us anymore.
How can you speak so calmly about all of this?
I guess I can see how, when viewed in a certain light, their ways may sound grotesque. But if you ask me, I think they ultimately did us a favor. They saved us from crawling the earth in ignorance. If it meant their hands had to get a little dirty in the process, then so be it. They're also mostly the ones behind what you see going on between the two planets. I think that covers just about everything worth knowing.
I see. Thanks for filling us in.
Does he really expect us to believe that Renans never truly existed? How absurd.
Dohalim.
Just when I think we're getting to the bottom of it all, some new revelation smacks us in the face.
Then let's hope this is our last revelation for a while. Do you know anything about a spirit channeling plan?
If you mean the first plan from 300 years ago, then yes. Do you know what its main objective was? Exactly. However, there were two problems we had to consider. First was how to collect and send such a large quantity of astral energy without it becoming sentient. Second, we had to figure out how to convert Dana's energy so it would be compatible with Rena.
I take it the solutions to those problems were to use the wedge for the collection, and then the Sovereign and Maiden to convert the energy.
We have a winner! However, the first plan failed when the Sovereign was overwhelmed and became frenzied. The reason for that is because the Maiden lost control. I'm told he slaughtered many Renans in Helganquil that day. For the next plan, we tried to recreate the Renis Alma, but we didn't have nearly enough of the other non-dark astral energy types. To amend that, we set our sights on Dana and implemented a system whereby we could extract energy from it.
And the crown contests began.
Correct. Since the Maiden had been the failing point in the previous plan, it was decided to replace her role with machinery to avoid further mishaps. A new Sovereign had to be made as well. It was such tremendously difficult work, its success was dubious. But from the look of things, it would appear such worries were unfounded.
So that's what the purpose of that room we found in the Forbidden Zone was.
Flower? Oh, that thing. That's the physical manifestation of all the astral energy that's been harvested from Dana. As I'm sure you've noticed, it's quite a lot of energy. At this point, it's likely that it's become physically integrated with Rena's planetary structure.
Hevrecht 35 mentioned that the spirit channeling plan is entering its final stage. Is that true?
It is. I never thought I would live to see the day with my own eyes, and yet here we are.
He talks like the potential end of the world is just another day on the job.
You've got to remember that these guys have been living alone up here for a long time. Who knows what shape their minds are in?
It feels like our whole world has been turned upside down. Is there anything we know that's still true at this point?
Seriously, I'm still trying to process the fact that we Renans were created by the Helganquil, let alone the Sovereign and Maiden stuff.
I know all of this is a lot to believe and take in, but I think it's fair to say that we've found the answers we've been looking for. Does everyone agree?
Agreed. Though I'll admit that I never expected it to all boil down to Rena's great spirit being behind everything.
Everything that's happened, Everything we've endured, it's all because of astral energy.
And to get that energy, the Great Spirit took control of the Helganquil.
Plus, the reason the Great Spirit can't directly control the Renans as well is likely because they were originally Danans all along.
Either way, I think it's fair to say we've all had a lot to take in at once. Maybe too much, even. We should probably take it easy and rest our minds a bit. Why don't we all take some time to think things over before we decide on our next move?
That's a good idea, Kisara. If the Renan Great Spirit really is behind all this, then we've got a really big fight ahead of us. Because it's not just Dana on the line, but Rena too. If we're going to do this, we need to be completely sure of ourselves. So let's go ahead and break off for now. We aren't in any immediate danger, so we should be okay. You sure you don't want to be alone right now?
I could ask you the same question.
I figured I'd get all my thinking in while walking around and checking up on everybody.
I'll go along with you. I'm interested to hear what's on everyone's minds too.
Sounds good.
Everyone's just gone their own way, huh?
Yeah, let's hit up each spot.
Oh, it's you two. Does he seem like he's doing any better now?
He who? Oh.
I know that we're all struggling to wrap our minds around it all, but he looked like he was taking it really hard earlier.
What do you think about
On some level, I'm not even really sure what to think, to be honest. I mean, the Great Spirit is like a huge natural disaster, but with a mind and will of its own. But if that thing's hellbent on trying to destroy our planet, then the only thing left for us to do is stop it. As for the Renans, I suppose my feelings on that are a bit more mixed.
How so?
Coexistence between Danans and Renans in Menancia is still a work in progress. In my case, I think that's partly because deep down, I was still on guard around Renans. So, to be told that they're like us, that they're actually just like us is, well, I guess it's a little deflating to—
You kept a pretty level head.
You mean about the Renans? At the end of the day, the Helganquil and the Great Spirit are the ones who are responsible. But at the same time, I realize that not every Danan is necessarily going to believe that either.
I know you're already aware of this, but the list of grievances the Danans have against the Renans is long, and understandably so. And if people then find out that they're all actually one and the same, yeah, I don't think they're going to take to it too kindly.
Even just among the Danans, I'm sure there'll be some who emerge with power and some who won't. I think if we can find a way to get rid of that imbalance, then we'll be in a truly good place.
Well...
Yeah.
It's no small task.
Right. In a worst-case scenario...
And we all have to figure out...
That's an interesting way...
It's true. It won't be achieved through reasoning. But I think it's a good first step. And now...
You both seem awfully calm.
Only because after everything we've seen, we don't have the energy to keep being shocked.
How are you holding up, Rinwell?
Yeah. I get this sinking feeling whenever I remember how Danan mages like my family were persecuted and died out. And now, I finally know why that is. But I was thinking, if Renans end up living together with Danans again, then mages won't be such an unusual thing to see on Dana anymore, right? I know it's not as simple as all that, but Danans probably won't be so quick to let their guards down, and there might be Renans who still act superior because of their arts.
It wouldn't surprise me. 300 years of bad blood and prejudice isn't going...
Yeah. But even so, I was still able to change. And if I can change, so can it. So I was thinking maybe, I don't know, I could use my position as both a Danon and a mage to help bring both sides together.
Rinwell.
That great spirit worries me too, though. Dana's will feels so warm and inviting.
Now that you mention it, Hevrek 35 and the other scientists here never really brought that up. Maybe they don't know either.
Maybe.
We won't. We'll keep...
I still can't believe it, man.
You're not the only one still trying to make sense of all this.
Really? You've never struck me as the type of guy to get hung up on these...
Did you forget what happened back in Thistleum? Once my memory started coming back to me, I felt completely and totally lost.
It was really that bad for you?
Yeah, it was. But thanks to Law and everybody else, I remembered that I still had things out there worth fighting for.
Man, I think you might be a better guy than me, Alphen. All I can remember thinking was, when's this guy gonna get his act together?
Law.
I was too worried about repeating the same mistakes I'd made back with my dad, and running away from the truth. That was no way to live. And I've tried to stay strong, my way. But all this talk about other races and the world ending, if I can be honest with you guys, it's just all too much for me to handle right now.
I know this is going to sound strange coming from me, but maybe the key is not to worry too much about the big stuff right now.
Oh?
I used to worry all the time about my thorns. And when I realized my visions pointed to a threat that was bigger than me, I didn't know what I should do or who to tell. But that's when I finally got it. You guys were all there for me, to teach me what's really important.
In other words, if you let the big picture stuff get you all muddled up inside, you'll begin to lose sight of what you really care about. Yeah, I think you're right.
All I want to do is protect the people that really matter to me, to fight for them.
Not everyone is strong enough to fight.
Huh?
It's something your dad told me once when he was still alive. Law, you know you're strong enough to fight, and you're strong enough to protect the people you care about. Forget all the big stuff going on. Just don't lose sight of what you want to protect in the first place. Sound good?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it does. It's like a big weight's been lifted off my shoulders. I'll fight to protect the people around me. Just like I always have. I think that's best.
I apologize for making you witness that.
You mean hearing the origins of the Renans?
Indeed. It's shocking to have so many things I thought to be indelible fade away in mere seconds.
Even I'm still not sure everything we've heard here is actually true.
Let's not delude ourselves. If what we've heard is a lie, it's a rather elaborate one. I can only imagine that you must have been constantly feeling like this, ever since your memory returned, Alphen. And you as well, Shion. About your thorns.
That's just part of being alive, don't you think?
Well, to say the least. But enough about me. I'm not concerned for myself. What concerns me is all of the other Renans out there.
When you say the other Renans, you mean the ones that are living on Lenegis or Dana, right?
Correct. Even if we stop the Great Spirit from annihilating Dana, our problems will still remain. Putting aside the untold state that Rena may be in, if we do not truly belong there, we will have to think long and hard about where it is that we wish to return to.
So, I guess your only real choices at this point are to either stay on Lenegis or come down to Dana, huh? And right now, Lenegis might not even be a safe option.
And at the same time, Danans are hardly likely to embrace Renans with open arms. If the issue is forced, things could turn dire. There is, after all, 3 centuries worth of hatred to overcome between us. And the victims of our rule have absolutely every right to feel animosity towards us Renans. Our own circumstances as the aggressors are irrelevant.
I didn't expect the former Lord of Menancia to be so down about people reconciling.
Menancia's fate was a stroke of good luck. There had been backlash over how it had been ruled, and I was blessed to have sympathizers among my ranks. Still, even now, there remain ardent dissidents.
But things can still change if you have the right people to help lead the way. Isn't that what you hope to achieve on Lenegis, after this is all over?
Indeed. I have fully accepted the burden of that responsibility. In that regard, I remain determined. On that note, I have something of a favor to ask of you, Alphen.
Oh? What is it?
I wish for you to serve as a mediator so that the Renans can live on Dana peaceably. As the one and only Blazing Sword, I suspect the Danans may listen to what you have to say when problems arise.
And I take it that you'll be the one to represent the Renans?
Yes. I realize that I'm asking quite a lot of you. However, the fact of the matter is that it will take time for Renans to re-enter Danan society without any bloodshed.
You're the same as ever, Dohalim.
Is it too much?
No, relax. You get so tense and formal when you're asking for a
You're too kind. I can see you were raised well.
That's some high praise, Alphen.
Then I'll ask once again, this time just as friends. Alphen, will you help me?
You don't even need to ask. Of course I will.
Thank you, my friend.
Well, it sounds like everyone's learning from their past and using it to create a better future for everyone.
What about you, Shion? How do you feel about the origin of the Renans?
To be honest, I'm not really all that shocked, actually. I mean, I might be a Renan in the literal sense, but I've never really felt like one of them. Right now, it's kind of a mystery.
How do you mean?
Because for a really, really long time, all I ever thought about was how I was going to... I thought I'd die alone. That fate had me in its steely grip. I would have never imagined that I'd be traveling with someone like you, fighting to save Rena and Dana. I mean, how could I have? It's been going on for 300 years. All this tragedy and destruction. When you consider the Helganquil's part in all this, it's been even longer than that. It was Naori's hope that somehow, someone in the future would be able to stop it, before it was too late. How it fell on us, of all people, to heed that call, is a mystery.
I don't think Naori was hoping that we would just stop the world from getting destroyed. She considered me, a Danan, as a real person. And she very much cherished her own people, too. I don't think she wanted the world to be saved, just so they could go back to...
Huh?
When we were talking to Kisara earlier, about all that stuff like everyone's needing to meet halfway and embrace each other's pain and suffering. She said that that means forgiving other people, even and especially before they forgive you.
Forgiving. So it goes both ways, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I don't just mean forgiving things that happened in the past either. Conflicts will keep happening. If we have any hope of moving on and building a better future, we have to all learn to forgive each other.
You know, you're right. People can hurt one another without even meaning to. I know that better than most, thanks to these thorns.
It's not going to be easy, but if we can... I'm there. I think that's...
Yeah. I want a future that she would feel...
Whoa there.
Yes, I...
Well, Is everybody ready to do what needs to be done?
I am. There's a lot to think about, but at the end of the day, Dana's still in danger. I don't care who we're up against. We'll kick their ass.
What are your thoughts, Alphen?
Like Law said, if we have to fight the Great Spirit on Rena, then so be it. It's trying to rob us of our entire world. And it's going to take not just our home, but all of existence along with that alone is enough to make it our enemy. But it's not only that. One way or another, I think beating the Great Spirit is going to be tied to us saving
You're saying there's a chance?
You're referring to the vision of destruction we all saw in Lenegis,
Yeah. 3 centuries ago, the astral energy that appeared at the spirit channeling ceremony showed Naori that vision. And to hear Shion tell it, it's the same one that she sees from her own thorns.
Indeed. Shion's thorns are comprised of dark astral energy, the one type which we know is native only to Rena. And if Rena's great spirit is what's behind Dana's pending destruction, then...
Shion's thorns are the Great Spirit? It's not actually on Rena like we thought?
We don't know anything for certain.
While the main body resides in Rena.
Shion.
If these thorns really are a part of Rena's great spirit, I'm going to go over there and give it a piece of my mind and then some.
The question is, how do we confront it? Suffice it to say, that flower growing out of Rena is enormous, large enough to house the will of an entire planet. The Wedge and Lenegis were both hard enough for us to overcome in their own right. This is an altogether greater challenge for merely 6.
And we only know about the Thorns connection thanks to Naori.
Hevric 35 has been observing the great astral spirit this whole time. It wouldn't ask us to fight it unless it has a plan of some sort. Let's go see what that is. Our minds are made up. Let's go give Hevric 35 our answer.
Do you have your answer for me?
We want to ask something first. You're asking us to fight an entire planet. How exactly do you expect us to do that? You must have something up your sleeve, or else you wouldn't put us up to it.
The great astral spirit is an immense being, but its actual will does not run throughout its entire body. Therefore, if you destroy the core, the great spirit shall become unable to maintain sentience and return to being ordinary astral energy.
And how are we supposed to destroy that core?
By using the Renis Alma. You will also need the assistance of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. They are our best tools for suppressing and controlling astral energy. Using their powers, the Maiden shall seal the great astral spirit within her body, and the Sovereign shall wield the power of the Renis Alma to destroy it.
Hold on. That sounds a lot like what Shion described before.
Yeah, killing herself to take out the Thorns with her.
She was actually right all along.
By my calculations, your powers combined should be sufficient to destroy the great astral spirit and disperse its energy widely enough to make it difficult to reform.
What will happen to the Maiden once we manage to beat the great astral spirit?
Any matter contained within the field of destruction shall be erased.
So it really will kill me.
This method is the most simple one available to destroy the Great Spirit, and is therefore our most reliable option.
What are our other options?
There is little reason to consider alternative courses of action when the most optimal among them is so clear.
You don't get it. I promised Shion that she wouldn't die. That we'd save the world without needing to sacrifice her. We didn't fight this whole time just to give up on her at the very end. If there's any other way to take out the Great Spirit, I want to hear it.
This plan shall lead to the fewest losses in preserving your world. Abandoning it is irrational. It is vital that you proceed with this plan. A part of Rena's great astral spirit already resides within her. 300 years ago, we have reason to believe the Great Spirit left part of itself behind, and that it now resides in the Maiden.
Which would make Alphen's earlier hypothesis correct.
That part inside the Maiden belongs to the core and can be used by the great astral spirit to revive itself. So long as it remains, it will be all but impossible to fully eradicate the Great Spirit. That is why it is necessary for it to be vanquished only once it is whole. Without the Maiden's direct control over the Great Spirit, attacking it is futile and—
No.
Wait. Naori said that the Renis Alma can suppress the self-realization of astral energy, and that the thorns can be neutralized by placing them in it. If so, can't the same also be done to the Great Spirit, seeing as the thorns are simply part of it?
Well, can it?
It is true that the Renis Alma is capable of what you suggest, and could contain the great astral spirit.
Yes!
However, doing so requires fine control on the level of the spirit channeling ceremony, considering that the Renis Alma was previously lost when that ceremony failed. I cannot allow it. Its uncertainty is simply too great.
What does that mean for us if you won't allow it?
Your starship will not be restored, and you will all be unable to leave here.
Why you?
Fine then. I'd rather stay here and rot than do it your way.
Alphen?
Whatever we do, if we mess up, Dana's screwed. The Great Spirit will destroy it. If you're fine letting that happen, and we have nothing to gain either way, then I'd rather do nothing. We want to stop Dana from getting destroyed. We want to save it. But not if it means having to sacrifice one of us in the process. If all you're gonna do is sit back and watch us where it's safe, then quit ordering us around and shut up!
Alphen.
What you say is irrational. Be that as it may, I shall accede to your demand.
You'll agree?
I am an observer. The Sovereign, Maiden, and Renis Alma are my species' greatest achievement. I wish to see how well they work against the Great Spirit in light of our demise by its hands.
But what are we supposed to do about the Renis Alma? One of your buddies ran off with it back on Lenegis.
It is likely that the Renis Alma is with the Great Spirit, functioning as a catalyst for it to receive Dana's astral energy.
So our only option to retrieve it is to head straight for the Great Spirit and take it back?
According to my observations, the astral energy is most densely concentrated in the center of Rena, where the Great Spirit's core is located.
So right in the middle of that giant flower, then.
I have one more question. What will happen to Rena once it vanishes?
Without the will of the Great Spirit, Rena is predicted to collapse. Even in such a scenario, the energy will disperse, and the Great Spirit will likely not reform.
So you're saying that even if we manage to beat the Great Spirit without destroying it—
Likely, the collapse will occur in stages. It is recommended that you all escape before the final stage.
Man!
Hevrek 35 and the others have gotten used to hypothesizing from afar. Fix our starship. We're going to Rena.
Excellent.
But I want to make one thing clear. We're doing this for ourselves, to protect what matters to— Remember that.
It matters little to me. The end result shall be the same. Repair work on your starship has commenced. You'll have to wait until it's finished.
Man, is it too much to ask for Hevrek 35 to talk like a normal person? I swear I can feel my brain starting to fry after listening to all that complicated stuff.
Don't worry. I think we're mostly done with him. Now I'll—
You still thinking about what the scientists told us?
I am, but not for myself.
You're worried about the future of the Renan people.
The fact that our people have been the same this whole time will only give the Danans further reason to resent us.
But you still intend to confront this—
Well, I did declare that I would live my life for the living, and not the dead. Even as I dream of retirement, I shall remain dedicated to the cause.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever heard you criticize or reproach us Renans even once.
I'm no saint. I have skeletons in my closet too. There was definitely a time when I hated Renans for who they were. I hated them just for being Renan. But you changed that, Dohalim. You gave me an opportunity to see them in a different light. Thanks to your reforms, we were able to stand next to Renans not as slaves, but as equals for the first time in our lives. Of course, I'm sure there were some Renans who still hated us on the inside. But we knew that not all of you were like that. There were those of you who were good, and that was a start. When it comes down to it, Renans are just people. They can be good or bad, just like Danans.
That is, in essence, the heart of your approach, isn't it? That we're all people.
Yeah, it is. When you can pull someone aside and talk to them one-on-one, then you have the chance to come to an understanding. But as soon as you stereotype, that chance goes away, and you stop thinking of them as people that you can relate to.
I understand what you're saying. Realistically speaking, surely they won't.
If we can build a society that works like that...
So you wish for people to form real bonds and do...
Yes, I do. I think it would make... Do you still plan to return?
Indeed I do. I don't know whether I'll be able to reside in Lenegis proper, however. My first order of business may be to find somewhere to live.
You'll always have a home in Menancia, you know.
As I shall ever keep in mind.
Well, if you ever need a helping hand, don't hesitate to come get me. I'll always be there for you, Doe.
Did you just... Never mind. Thank you, Kisara. I appreciate your patience as I work all this out.
Don't even mention it. And really, when you think about it, now that... Don't you think that brings down a barrier that used to be between...
You know, I hadn't actually thought of it that way.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Hey, why'd you call me here? Was there something you wanted to talk about?
Well, if everything we've heard about the Great Spirit is true, then we're getting close to our final battle. So I wanted to apologize while I can.
Apologize?
I was being real stupid before. About whether Dana's will had been controlling us and all that. I get why you're angry now. So, I'm sorry.
No, Law. Honestly, I think you might have been onto something. Of course you were worried. Who wouldn't be if they found out there might be some invisible force pulling our strings this whole time?
But you were...
Yeah, but I also want to believe it's good.
Believe?
Remember how I used to really resent coming from a family of mages?
Yeah, of course. Because you were always on the run and had to live in hiding.
When we rescued Zephyr and I finally decided to come along with you all, something changed inside me. It was the first time I felt like my powers had any meaning, even if that meaning was only helping you guys fight. Then, when I felt Dana's will, I was overwhelmed by how vast and warm it was. It made me want to believe my powers were made to connect with it. It made me believe I had a bigger purpose.
So that's why you hope it doesn't turn out to be bad. You almost need it to be kind.
Yeah.
Well, alright. Then I promise I'll lay off bad-mouthing it.
You will?
There's no way for me to know for sure one way or
remember what I... That's not quite true. I can feel just a little bit of Rena's inside you and everyone else. I sensed it when we first got here. It's a really small amount, so it doesn't feel like it has a will of its own. But I think that's how Dana's energy probably is too.
So you're saying there's a little bit of Dana's will inside each of us? In a way.
What?
Well, like you said, unless Dana's energy comes together, it has no will. So if we all have a little bit of Dana's astral energy inside us...
Yeah, maybe...
Heverick 35 might know the answer, but... You know what? So thanks. To be honest, I feel like you and I...
Huh?
Never mind.
No, what were you saying?
Saying? I don't
Come
saying
on.
anything.
Now you won't tell me what you were
No,
thinking?
that's not what I'm saying.
Then spit it out already.
You sure you don't want to get some rest? Same as you, still trying to absorb everything.
Remember when it was so simple? We were only fighting all the lords on Dana? All of that feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
Ages and ages ago. Everything that's happened since we first met. So many fights, so much chaos, so many wonderful people.
If I hadn't run into you that day, well, I wouldn't have met all of you. I wouldn't have my memories back. I'd still be a faceless slave, like as not long dead.
Hey, Alphen. I want you to...
Yeah?
If we can't find the Renis Alma, there's something I want you to do. Like Hevrect 35 said, the only way we can end the Great Spirit for good is to go after both the main body in Rena and the thorns in me. I need you to promise me, Alphen, that if for some reason we can't get the Renis Alma back, you'll use the Blazing Sword to destroy the Great Spirit, and me along with it.
Huh?
It's true the Blazing Sword may not have the strength of the Renis Alma. But it's taken us this far. It's slain lords and beasts. At the very least, it has to be worth a try.
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything
Listen,
that we've...
The Great Spirit isn't just our problem. It's a threat to our entire world. Renans and Danans alike. We don't know what's going to happen when we face it, but I promise you I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm prepared to fight with absolutely everything I've got, but if it comes down to it, I need you to be prepared too.
Okay, but you should know that I'm not going to give up on you, Shion. I hope you can forgive me for that.
Alphen, okay.
Thank you, Shion.
So it's a promise then?
Yeah.
I remember how I felt the first time you touched me. My thorns made any contact a mistake no one would ever make twice. After they'd seen what could happen, fear would always linger behind their eyes. In my entire life, I never had someone willingly reach out to me. But when you reached out to me and gently took my hand, you didn't react at all. It was so easy for you. I don't have words for the shock I felt in that moment.
That's because I couldn't feel pain back then.
Even once you could, though, you still chose to keep reaching out to me. And when you did, I felt this warmth that I had never known before. But still, I hate having to see you suffer through it every time you do.
You won't have to worry about that for much longer.
You think so?
I do, because
No. You can tell me once my thorns are gone. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Everybody get enough rest? We ready for this?
Yeah, we should probably get moving.
Our task is relatively straightforward. We need only descend down to Rena, defeat the Great Spirit, and restore stability to both worlds.
We're fighting for a new future for both Dana and Rena.
Right. We've come this far. We will save our worlds. That's a promise.
Then let's go, everybody. We've got one last wall to tear down.
Repairs on your starship are complete. Everything is in working order.
Is that you, Hevrect 35? You can see us from where you are?
I can. I can see anywhere within the bounds of Dake Faisal.
Sounds like someone's a peeping Tom.
Maybe we should give Hevrect 35 a break. It has been stuck in this tiny facility for a very, very long time.
I have unlocked all functions on your starship. You can now make use of its warp drive.
Warp drive? Wait, you mean like what the Red Women used on us? What brought us here?
It's possible that the Red Women may have found a way to activate it on the starship. They are Helganquil, after all.
Using the warp drive, you should be able to breach Rena's atmosphere without being detected.
Wait, should?
You'll need to be careful. Due to the force field surrounding Rena, the ship will be unable to go any further than the surface of the planet.
So, once we reach the shell, it appears we'll have to infiltrate the core by foot.
We gotta go all the way.
Will all the Helganquil go back to normal once we defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange feeling we're going to have to fight them before this is all over.
The extinction of my people is inevitable at this stage. As such, it would be illogical to risk the success of the mission in a vain attempt to save my kind.
We understand.
Can't that thing lighten up?
Well?
You heard the lady. Get going.
I have one last question.
What?
As Sovereign, your identification number indicates that you are well past your predicted life expectancy. Similarly, the Maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary. Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
We exist because others have entrusted this to us. Over the years, many people have come together and sworn to see this through to the end.
You mean it is because of multiple chance interactions? The likelihood of such events is statistically improbable. Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
It's hard to explain. To be honest, I don't think it's something an observer could understand. All right, time to get back on the formats.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the Hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is, but after being robbed of its astral energy for
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude. Until
with nothing left here to consume.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look.
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, it looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
So this is Rena. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate. Ever. Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I knew there was something off here!
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game. Can you take it?
Not on my watch! Lunar Corruption!
Double Demon Fang! Here I come! Elusive Deity! Here I come! Crush!
Sight illuminate the dark!
Double Demon Fang!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Another incantation ruin.
In a bind?
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Double Demon Fang!
Everlasting Dark!
Soaring Blast!
Light astral energy!
Double Demon Fang!
Does it hurt?
Here, let me help!
Double Demon Fang! Ether!
Elusive Deity! Benediction Light.
Raging Sword! Healing
Our
Circle!
arts are being interrupted.
Why aren't you human?
To stop me dying?
Right.
Double Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Resonate with the earth.
Take it!
Stalagmite! Into the sky! Render! Let it roll!
Double Demon Fang!
Onyx, we're coming through! Radiant Pierce!
Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Negative
Annihilation! Double Demon Fang! Kisara!
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclops! Illuminate the dark! Breathe Hustle! Holy Glimmer!
The flame inside me!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle.
I'm right beside you! Now!
Totally! In an instant!
Impact Claw!
Alphen.
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting.
Perhaps. However...
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
Try harder!
I'm not so good with airborne targets. I'm out of ammo.
Another pesky airborne scout.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Double Demon Fang! You're finished!
Lightning condensed.
Double Demon Fang!
Thunder blade. Illuminate the dark. Come forth, holy glitter. Power of holy
Double
land.
Demon Fang!
We turn the tables more?
Firmament
You're
render.
mine!
Healing Arrow Ball. That'll bring you down.
Double Demon Fang!
Missile ray.
Blue escape!
Reload. Raging cascade.
Double Demon Fang!
Here's the Predator. Freeze land. A wailing bounty of lightning.
Try harder!
Sleep now.
Double Demon Fang!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Double Demon Fang!
Corruption. Raging cascade. By the power of do it. Astral energy. Full throttle. A flawless victory.
Double Demon Fang!
Naturally.
Double Demon Fang!
And again. Great spear. Here's evil.
Eternal devastation!
More Zuko's?
Keep calm and take them down.
Double Demon Fang!
I learn to fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both. If it's in the sky, it's mine. Reload.
Double Demon Fang! Eagle Ray! Demon Fang! Eternal devastation!
Here's evil.
Here I come! This one's all mine!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
There you go. In between heaven and earth.
Double Demon
A
Fang!
wailing
Here I
bounty of
come!
lightning. Take this one's mine.
Double Demon Fang! Here I come! Eternal devastation!
Out of it. I'm all set.
I can carve through armor!
Johalim!
In an instant! Impact Claw!
There. One more.
Double Demon Fang!
Annihilation.
Here I come!
We now energy.
Double Demon Fang! You're finished!
A wailing bounty of lightning.
Double Demon Fang! You're mine!
Sleep now. Mega ray. Annihilation.
Double Demon Fang! Eternal devastation! Blue escape!
I never miss. Do it.
Double Demon Fang! Eat dirt!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was improving.
No, I mean, you're even better than I.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Raging flame of fury. Burning
Double Demon Fang! Take this!
air rock. Freeze apart. Dance in the wind.
Anything in armor is all mine!
I'm not done!
Those are impressive. Get more?
In a bind.
Double Demon Fang!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! I'm not!
Double Demon Fang!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Double Demon Fang! Eternal devastation!
Astral energy! Full throttle! Illuminate the dark!
Double Demon Fang! Strike! Eternal devastation!
I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Radiant will here!
Double Demon Fang!
Now, don't leave! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zoogle? Somehow.
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them. You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true, and if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom.
We could get there.
Out of our way!
Come one, come all! Devastation!
Here's the raging cascade!
They smite with blackened flame! A new melody is driving me mad! Eternal devastation!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly! This one.
Come not Double demon fang!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Eternal devastation! Double demon fang! Mirror escape!
Raging cascade!
Pierce! You're mine! Mirror escape!
Resonate with the earth! Annihilation! Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy quiver!
In a bind!
Here goes!
Will this help? Double demon fang!
Sleep now! Healing
Eternal
circle!
devastation!
That'll bring you down! I owe you, Xion. Healing is what my arts do best.
You're mine!
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction. Farewell! Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory!
Begin!
Naturally!
Burn in hell! Captivity! Double demon fang!
Do it!
Captivity! In an instant! Impact block! Resonate with the earth!
Dance in the
Double
wind!
demon fang!
Air thrust!
Well then, let's keep moving.
are fading. I'm a sitting duck.
Retreat from the south.
Retreat? I would never. I'll bring you back.
Another incantation ruined.
Not in your dreams.
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with love.
Being interrupted.
Take this! Double demon touch!
Everlasting darkness. Get on in there with the others.
Prepare to be seized, though fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps found is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing. Let's get you all tucked away. Burning!
I'm not done! Crush!
Lightning orb! Rise and red! One at a time! They illuminate the dark! Take us forth!
You're
Holy
mine!
glimmer! Holy lamp!
I'll blind you with a shot! Double demon fang!
Lunar corruption! Illuminate the dark!
Escape!
Come forth! Top the glimmer! Holy lamp! This one's mine! Chain between heaven and earth! Glacial spear! Here's the lightning! Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Freeze laser!
Dance on the wind!
Here, let me help!
Here I come! Crush! Elusive deity! Eternal devastation!
In a bind?
Double demon fang!
Gemini Aqua!
Double demon fang!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! By the
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Chain between heaven and earth! Seven-Eye Aqua! Lightning! Downfall! I'll heal you all! In the wind!
Let me
Take this! Healing circle! Need to pull myself together.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Mega Ray!
Can you take it?
Flame! Reload!
Demon Flame! Blind you with the
I'll
shot!
turn off the
Heavy field!
Outstanding form! Ready to go! Ice prison!
Thanks, Triana.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Double Demon Flame! Thunder Blade!
Rending you apart!
Can't be forgotten!
Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic fission! Seismic
Raging Storm! Unwell!
Elusive wind!
Tornado!
Soaring blast! Double demon fang!
Graviton Field!
Crush!
Magnify! Hands in the wind!
Double demon fang!
There you go!
Double demon
Where
fang!
are you going?
Seismic rupture! This one's all mine! On you can't get out of this!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Double demon
Freeze
fang!
Lancer! Raging Cascade!
Eternal devastation!
Radiant! Hand between heaven and earth!
Really? Take this! Double demon fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Back into the fray! Dance in the
Kisara!
wind!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans. Or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helganquil. Or perhaps the opposite, given their situation.
You mean like how some places favor building stuff with stone, while others rely on wood?
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I'll have to inquire with...
Out of our way!
Double Demon Fang! Your mother!
Raging Freeze Lancer!
I'll take you all on!
I'll
face you! Double Demon Fang!
Here's a healing art!
Cosmic Rupture! Try harder! Double Demon Fang!
Raging Cascade! Power of water!
Double Demon Fang! Can't get out of this! Benediction light. You're finished! Another incantation ruined.
Never miss! Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops! Oh, violent guarding wind!
Benediction light.
Card now through all!
Take this!
Reload! Get on in there with the others! Lightning!
Eternal devastation! I'm ready! Dueling! In an instant! Impact Claw! The heavens must be smiling. Benediction light. It can hide itself? Amazing! Try harder! I have no limits! I'll grind you with a demon fang! Eternal devastation! Elusive deity! Rotating double demon fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! On your knees! Eternal devastation! Try harder! Elusive deity! Eagle ray! Double demon fang! You're mine! Eternal illuminate the dark! Double demon fang! Try harder!
Here's a healing
Double demon fang! Elusive deity! Eagle ray! Take this!
Zero flame! Raging cascade!
Double demon fang!
Don't mind if I do!
Double demon fang!
Come forth! Holy glimmer!
Demon land!
Holy land!
Double demon fang!
Glacial spear!
Double demon fang!
Dandian lightning!
Try harder! A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as
We'll
well,
find
I'm
no
here to stop.
mercy. I'm nearly done for.
Double demon fang! More where that came from! Power of water! Air thrust! This one's mine!
Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic vision!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Resuscitate! Another incantation ruined! From beyond, imbue this soul with life! Prepare to be sealed! Can't get out of this!
Lightning!
Try harder!
I'm going to use the power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing arc! First aid!
I'm grateful. Here I come!
Wind astral energy!
This is bad, right?
Yes, Alvin. Very bad.
I don't feel so good.
I'll bring... I can't heal you forever.
I'm gonna need more of that medicine.
Resuscitation!
Double demon fang! Negative gate! Try harder! Double demon fang! They smite with blackened blade! Time to let it rip!
Hear me! Flame of wind astral
Double demon fang!
Now!
Dueling! In an instant! Impact Claw!
We're a pretty lethal combination, aren't we?
What can I say? I had a good partner.
I shall ensure you survive this.
Take this! Double Demon Fang!
Negative
Here I come!
Blazing heaven and earth!
Eternal Devastation!
A wailing gift of lightning!
Double Demon Fang!
Flying blade.
Divine radiant pierce!
Double Demon Fang!
Execution.
Hold on to your heart! Here I come! Lightning and
I'm ready. Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone! Illuminate the dark! I'm only getting started!
Eternal Devastation!
Radiant light! Pierce!
Double Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Photon
Elusive
Flash!
deity.
There's more where that came from.
Hey, new equipment.
Freezing storm! Protect this world!
Here I come!
Take that!
Eternal
Razor
Devastation!
Cyclone!
Time to cross blade! Double Demon Fang! You're mine!
Annihilation! Photon Flash! Lightning Contact! Razor Blade!
Double Demon Fang! No escape!
Holy Quiver!
Can you take it?
Holy
Take
Lance!
this.
Take this!
Try harder!
Mega Ray!
Double Demon Fang! Take this! Eternal Devastation!
Raging Cascade!
Double Demon Fang! Eternal
Dance
Devastation!
in the wind! Here! Air thrust!
Double Demon Fang! Take
Dance in
this!
the wind! Air thrust!
Eternal Devastation!
On your way! Where are you going?
Air pressure. Resonate with the earth.
Double Demon Fang!
In here!
Ignite!
Reload!
I owe you one! Here I come! Eternal Devastation! Double Demon Fang!
Radiant Pierce! Tempest Arrow!
I can carve through armor. Rotating
Double Demon Fang! Here I come! Crush!
I'll stop its charge! Thanks, Kisara!
Double Demon Fang!
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Double Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
No dawn shall break this night.
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing art to accomplish this.
This isn't looking good.
Resurrection! Raging
No
storm!
dawn shall break this
Double
night.
Kistar!
Dance in the lunar corruption! Here, lunar blast! I'm over the...
Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic fission!
I'll heal you all!
Double Demon Fang!
Take this!
Come forth! Holy do
Any
it!
more of this and I'll burn out.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Perhaps we ought to recuperate for a while.
I agree. Fighting in this state would be reckless. Dispose of the trash.
Double Demon Fang!
Into the
I'll
shadows!
blind you with the dust!
Lightning
Double
roar!
Demon Fang! You're
Dance in
mine!
the wind! Annihilation! Air thrust! Light axe
Double
raging
Demon Fang!
I'll heal
Negative
you all!
kick! On your knees. I'm ready!
Healing shock! Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Double Demon Fang! You're mine!
Lightning roar! Raging now!
Locked up! More! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! The heavens must be smiling.
Thanks for the healing.
Being interrupted,
Okay? Yeah, you too.
Leave me staring to me.
Yeah, and finally to me. This one's mine.
Double Demon Fang!
Searing the flames! Reload!
Double Demon Fang! I'm not done! Double Demon Fang!
Can't get out of this!
I'm all stopped up! Annihilation! Hear me!
Double Demon Fang! Here I come! Eternal Devastation!
Thunder think you got this one covered. I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing word to accomplish this.
It's over!
Let me free you of your power.
Let me show you what my art
Double
can do.
Demon Fang!
Let me free you
You're
of your
mine!
power.
Burn in hell!
Thanks so much. I'm going to need to use all the
Double
power of
Demon
my
Fang!
healing arts to accomplish this. Resurrection!
Blood shall not be forgotten.
Photon, raging cascade!
Double Demon Fang! Here I come! It's over!
No
Double
Demon Fang!
Reload! Sleep now. That'll bring you down. I'll be saving this one.
Double Demon Fang! Take this!
By the power of raging! Here, let me help. First aid! What I do again?
I am not beyond fury.
Double Demon Fang! You're mine! Double Demon Fang!
Healing
You're
Warrior!
mine!
Behold, the Earth's hope. Tectonic vision. No
Double
dawn
Demon
shall break
Fang!
this
Take
night.
this!
I'm all stuck up. Annihilation! Raging
Double Demon Fang!
Scream.
Here's a healing art!
Blood.
Lightning Arcade!
I've been hit with something!
So even a masochist has his limits.
Not feeling so great.
Here's searing lightning Death Will!
I'm nearly done for.
Illuminated Dawn!
Can't move. I couldn't make it into. Can you take it?
Double Demon Fang! Here I come! Total devastation! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
We're a pretty lethal combination, aren't we?
What can I say? I had a good partner.
Double Demon Fang! Try harder! Double Demon Fang!
Careful!
Double Demon Fang!
Camouflage!
No escape!
Thunder Field!
Double Demon Fang!
Sleep now!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Double
Demon Fang! Try harder! Double Demon Fang!
Everlasting darkness.
Eternal
Negative gate. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
This one's mine!
Another incantation ruined.
Burning Strike! Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil! Wind
Double Demon!
Freeze Dancer!
Double Demon Fang!
Lightning Horn!
Double Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art! First aid!
Thanks!
Mega Ray! Shining!
Double Demon Fang! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
We work well together.
Like a finely
Demon
timed
Fang!
walk.
Try harder!
Resuscitation.
Double Demon Fang! Take this!
Illuminate the dark!
Eternal Devastation!
Heal! Holy and don't mind if I do!
Double Demon Fang!
Blind you with
Double Demon Fang!
A thrilling performance.
A chain between heaven and earth!
you.
Here's a healing art!
Double Demon Fang! Eternal Devastation! Try harder!
I'll cover you!
Ignite!
Recover!
Double Demon Fang!
Lightning or
You're
raging
mine!
cascade!
Crush!
Searing flame!
Double Demon Fang!
Benediction light.
Try harder!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Here's a healing art! First
Double
aid!
Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this help?
Heal!
Let the marksman handle this!
Try harder!
Thanks I don't feel like my usual self.
Are you alright? Let me handle this one.
So sorry to disappoint you.
The enemy's ours to me.
No complaints here! Double Demon
I can't heal you forever.
being interrupted.
Glacial Spear. Carve now.
Not beyond fury!
I'm
Double
sorry.
Demon! You'll pay for that! From beyond, imbue this vengeance!
In the sky is mine.
Armor won't save you!
Healing circle.
I'm nearly done for. Can't move!
Where are you going? Lightning condensed. Thunder Blade. Illuminate the target. Holy Glimmer. Lightning condensed.
Double Demon Fang!
Now. Astral energy.
Say no more!
Hey, anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Ridwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later.